I'm Brianna Clark-Grogan, and I'd like to show you a very simple vegan recipe that will make your desserts more interesting. I'm going to show you how to make vegan dulce de leche, which is the Latin American caramel syrup that's used in many, many desserts these days. You start out with a jar of brown rice syrup, which we have warming in a pan here just to make it easier to pour. So we're just going to pour the whole jar into a bowl. This is the syrup here. And it's really easy to pour when you warm it up. If you prefer, you can just take the lid off and put the jar in the microwave for a minute, and that will warm it up as well. If you do this cold, it will be much harder to get the brown rice syrup out of the jar. And the warmth also helps it to mix with the other ingredients and dissolve everything more quickly. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to add some soft brown sugar, and we're going to mix it with a hand immersion blender. But if you prefer, you can use a stand mixer or a hand-held mixer. Sorry, should I do that again? So just mix that until the sugar dissolves completely. If you have a strong arm and a good sturdy whisk, you can use a whisk as well. Because the syrup is hot, the sugar is going to mix quite quickly. So just let it drip a little to see if you can see sugar crystals in it or not. And they will dissolve further as the syrup stands. There we go. Now we're going to add some soy protein powder, just a little bit, and this helps the mixture to be more creamy and milky, and it also helps the syrup to thicken up faster. Now this takes a little while to dissolve. That's why the hand immersion mixer is a bit easier than a whisk to use. It's getting quite thick, as you can hear from the sound of the mixer. Okay, now we're going to add a tiny bit of vanilla and mix that in. It's thickening up nicely. Okay, and that's all there is to it. And there's your vegan dulce de leche. Now the best way to store this is to pour it into a jar, a glass jar, like this canning jar, and you can keep it in the refrigerator for several weeks, or you can keep it in the freezer for several months. And then you can pull it out, thaw it out if necessary, and you can warm it up a wee bit in the microwave or in a pan of water like we did with the brown rice syrup. And then it's easy to use on all kinds of desserts and brunch dishes such as pancakes or crepes. There we go. It makes about 2.5 cups, and it's absolutely delicious. So there's your vegan dulce de leche, and you can put a lid on that and keep it in the refrigerator. Okay, I've pulled the dulce de leche out of the refrigerator and heated it up in a pan of hot water, and I'm just scooping some of my favorite vegan ice cream into a bowl. And now I'm going to drizzle a little bit of this dulce de leche over the top, and we'll have a very easy, decadent dessert that you could serve to company, but your kids will love it too. Okay. It's not quite as sweet as dairy dulce de leche, so you don't have to be too stingy with it. Just have to have a bite. Decadent. Thanks for joining me here at Everyday Dish, and I hope you'll try this recipe very soon. Bye.